This is a LOCOCO wireless microphone system. It's a two-channel receiver with a handheld mic and a lavalier kind of belt-mount mic. So I was sent this to review for free. If you wanted to purchase it, it would cost you about $120. I've seen it with a few coupons. You might get it as cheap as $110. They haven't paid me for my review, and my opinions remain my own. Alright, so in the top level you have the receiver itself with a big 1/4-inch jack cable. In the bottom level we have a lot of accessories and the transmitters. So we have a little power adapter, we have a windscreen for the microphone, we have the microphone that goes with the windscreen, we have this wireless transmitter, kind of a belt mount here, has a clip there. We also have this guy, will keep your mic from rolling. And we have a head-mounted and a lavalier clip-on microphone, as well as a USB to C charging cable. This guy here has a lithium-ion battery in it, and it'll charge with this cable. And we have the instruction manual. Alright, so they provide a USB A to C cable. I want to see if this guy will negotiate power delivery. And yes, it does negotiate power delivery, so you can charge this with any cell phone cable that does USB-C power delivery. So right now it's at the 5-volt level. It's drawing 1/2 amp, so it's charging at 2.5 watts. So pretty much any USB-A port you plug this cable into is going to be able to provide that 2.5 watts to charge this guy up. While it's charging, there's a little yellow battery indicator. It has 3 yellow dots, and the 3rd yellow dot is flashing, so it looks like it came from the factory at least 50% charged. So the receiver is designed to be fixed, and it's powered by this AC adapter, and this guy just puts out 12 volts at 1/2 amp, so any 12-volt power supply can be rigged up to run this guy. Right, so the back panel has the 2 antennas. There's for the B mic and the A mic. We have these XLR output jacks on an individual channel basis. So if you're running these out to an external balancing board, you get each channel independently. Now if you're using these guys here to mix the 2 channels, that comes out mixed out of this 6.35 millimeter or the 1/4-inch jack there. And then there's the power supply. Alright, so the microphone here is powered by 2 AA batteries, and you will have to provide those AA batteries here. And the tips go towards this end here, so you put these guys in with the flat side in towards the top of the microphone, and then this guy will push in and snap down. There's 2 little clippy snaps here that you have to push it past, and so that will power this microphone. Now there is also a high-low switch right over here as well. Now, other microphone accessories, there's kind of the anti-slip guard, makes it easier for people to hold on to it and not have it slip out of their hands, but also it keeps it from rolling if somebody sets it down. And then there's the foam wind guard. It comes just a little bit squarish from being stuffed in the box, and then basically this can be pulled down over this guy. Mostly the foam wind guard would be used for outdoors, although it could be used with people who are too breathy and breathe too close to the mic to help out with that a little bit as well. Alright, so to turn on the receiver, you push and hold the power button for a couple of seconds. It turns on and it pops up like this. It's looking for any transmitters. This transmitter isn't on yet. I'm going to push the power button here, and it says channel 2, and it's channel A right now. And it automatically detected it here. It says channel 2 right there. And so essentially this guy's here, and if I talk into it, you can see right there, there's the audio meter going up and down. And if I turn that up, we can modify it a little bit. Now with the Bodypack transmitter, it has a 1/4x20 port, or this thing here. You have to pick one of these 2 included microphones. So they have the lavalier mic, and then they have a head-mounted mic, and they say there's an amplification system in here. And those have these little mini XLR plugs, and so you basically just have to look in here for that little notch, and the little thing up here goes into that notch, and it will snap into place, and so to remove it you have to push that button down to remove that out. So if you line up the button or that tab with the notch, it'll plug in correctly. You push the power button over here, it turns on. This says B, says channel 17. That guy just picked it up, so it found there. Now there is a mute button on this guy here, so you push it, it starts flashing to say, hey, it's not transmitting any audio. And there is also a channel button, so you can change here the channel, like 19 is what it says. And when I'm doing that, the receiver is automatically shifting with it. So you can shift away from channels that maybe have some interference, and the receiver just automatically is paired with this guy and works with it. Now, as you can see from this provided cable, the mix port here is going to mix both channels into a single channel. So you're getting single channel out if you're using the 1/4-inch cable, which is fine if you're doing karaoke or bingo or whatever. But if you want to try to have each of these separated, you will need to go out through the XLR ports and maybe balance them. So one thing missing from this is a headphone jack, so you can monitor the audio with headphones. I guess this is the lower price point of wireless microphone systems. You will have the display on the screen to kind of get an idea of the audio level, but you don't have an actual headphone jack to listen directly to the output of this guy. Now you could rig up a splitter or something coming out there, but at that point you might as well just listen to the speakers or whatever that's driving. Alright, so I'm going to hook this up to my camera and we will test the audio quality. Because this guy has a 1/4-inch output jack, you will need a 1/4-inch cable to plug into it. They provide a 1/4-inch cable that is 1/4-inch at both ends, but if you're trying to plug it into any equipment that has an 1/8-inch jack, your more standard small size jack, you will need to have a separate cable for that. Alright, so I have this guy connected to my camera, and we're shooting through an e-glass window, and I found that this e-glass window attenuates radio signals. And I'm going to walk out there to the dock and back, and we'll see how well this guy works. Now we also have a whole colony of grackles out there crackling away and flying around, so you might pick up some bird noise. Alright, this is about as far as I can get from the house, and now I'm speaking into the handheld microphone. So I'm hoping lots of bird noises. So I'm using the handheld microphone. I'm about 100 feet from the camera. The Bodypack transmitters are on my back, and the handheld microphone is in the front with the direct line of sight to the transmitter. Alright, I'm probably about 50 feet away, and this is with the Bodypack microphone. So when I was at the very far range at the end of the dock, there was a little bit of digital artifacts going on, and it was skipping in and out. So, that several hundred feet plus the e-glass window there is kind of interfering a little bit with the range and the pickup. So, I think that's kind of your maximum range there. Within 100 feet or so, the audio was just fine. Now, I had both of these turned up all the way because I wasn't sure how it would work with my system. And so if it sounds a little hot, that's intentional. That's because I turned these all the way up. So this guy here was picking up noise from my footsteps in the grass, and you could definitely hear all the birds in the background. So audio-wise, the audio was perfectly acceptable for use with these guys and giving a presentation or doing a little karaoke or having a announcement or a wedding singer or something like that. So if you're looking for a nice setup where you can have two different transmitters that kind of say hey, are you doing handheld, you doing body mounted, and you can have up to 2 people using this at the same time. It's not going to be for a large theater production or anything, but if you just need to do some presentations, a little bit of karaoke announcements, that type of thing, this wireless receiver and transmitter system will work well for you.